Alpna Doshi. I'm Chairwoman and CEO of Stralynn Consulting, a digital transformation company with implementations based on AI. We have been there for last 3 years and have been an important partner to the multinational corporations. Our whole motto is to bring the best of the executions in the transformation journey that enterprises need to go forward with. We have recently launched Stralynn Digital Academy, a premier training institute which will bring the best in the type of courses that we will offer and improve the competencies of anyone taking this up. So for today's fireside chat, it's a beautiful Sunday, and I'm so fortunate to be here with my co-founder, Archana Jain. Welcome.
Thank you, Alpna. Glad to be back here again.
Yes, Archana is not only the co-founder of Stralynn Consulting, but also CEO of Stralynn Digital Academy and our global delivery head. And if you remember, a couple of weeks back, we had our first discussion on this important topic of what is the purpose, what is the vision of Stralynn Digital Academy. And today we are here to continue that conversation in terms of what are some of the courses that we are all looking forward to seeing from your end in terms of launches and what can we register immediately to go ahead and take advantage of the training that the Stralynn Digital Academy is going to offer. So without further ado, I'd like to shoot it back to you, Archana, that, knowing, just to recap, knowing the purpose of this digital academy is to make it easier for many people who are wanting to learn about various aspects of the digitization, to go deeper into it, whether it is any part of order to cash, any part of AI and related technologies. There is so much going on. I mean, even when I think about it, I feel like I could use some of these in depth training that will bring us so much more educated. So, may I ask the first question to you now that you have established the academy? What are some of the immediate courses you're planning to launch?
Yes. Uh, so, like you said, Alpna, we have launched it already. It's out there, and everybody is welcome to register for the courses. The way we have structured it to make sure that it is more impactful and people can benefit from these courses immediately, we have launched the initial courses to onboard the new project managers. Then, some of the project managers who have the experience but are struggling by doing hybrid projects using agile and waterfall combined, which is very common for digital transformation. And then how to use the AI powered tools today to to really go ahead and deliver these projects. So these are some of the areas where we are focusing on to bring immediate knowledge and benefit to the users. And this will give them a jump start if they are already managing a project to get into some of the challenges that they are facing and address it effectively. To enable them to do that, we are not only giving them some of the concepts, but we are also making sure that they learn from existing examples that are happening today that we have been a part of, and that will give them immediate insight into how some of the challenges that they are seeing today can be overcome and successfully deliver their projects.
I love the idea of really bringing the concepts forward. So, two things: project management and AI based implementations. Um, let's dive a little deeper into it. Project management is quite generic. Does it cut across when you offer this? Does it cut across multiple industries and different kinds of project? Can we
Yes,
double click on that?
absolutely. Yes, yes. So, of course, there is an industry aspect to every project, right? You have to have that understanding of how industries work. So the examples that we bring to the table, they go across industries. They focus sometimes on, some of them are healthcare related, some of them are cybersecurity related, some of them are like the standard automotive supply chain processes that companies have been doing forever, and they are doing it with new ways and new processes and new AI powered methodologies and processes enabled by AI methodologies, right? So we are going across industries, across verticals, and then bringing in the standardizations that will be applicable across industries, plus the industry specific knowledge or information that will enable them to customize it for their own purposes. So definitely we are looking at both the aspects to enable the people to be able to work in their job environment. And we love to learn about the folks who are joining our courses so we can make it a little bit more specific to their needs so that they're able to take back the learnings immediately to their jobs.
Yes, I mean, I like the aspect of customization. When students come from different companies, when they come from different backgrounds, even different levels, some of them may be much more early in their stage of wanting to or aspiring project managers. And some of them might be already good project managers wanting to do a bit more and diversify, almost moving into the track of program management. So, will this course make sure that, if I just stick to one example of, say, an aspiring project manager wanting to go ahead and implement, say, a Salesforce program, does this course help to guide in the basic concepts, or tell me a little bit more on the domain side and the basic concepts? How do you structure this particular course?
Right. So for the new project managers, we have the new project manager training and understanding how to do an overall project workflow. But if you're already an existing project manager aspiring to run a little bit more complex projects than what you have been doing or what you started off with, we have projects which take care of understanding how dependencies are taken care of. Like when you do a Salesforce project, you don't do it in isolation. There's a whole complex environment around it. And the dependencies are so strong, which can, delay your project significantly, causing both time as well as huge budget implications. So we have courses which talk about dependencies management and risk management. Then we also talk about when these projects are being done, they are being done with vendors and consultants and employees which are who are remote and across the globe, right? You may have your offshores in India, you may have your offshore centers in Philippines, doesn't matter. So we have a multi-vendor management related course also getting launched, which enable you to manage your vendors across as a project manager. And also, there's an aspect to it which will help your procurement team manage these vendors seamlessly, because then other challenges come into play, right? When you're having vendors across the globe. And then we are also doing some initial launches of more advanced courses like, digital transformation and AI powered technologies, because these are an integral part of delivering a project like Salesforce and ERP, right? And we want to make sure that you're getting a flavor of that as well. So our initial launch of the courses covers new project managers, existing project managers looking to handle slightly more complex projects, handling projects which have teams across the globe, managing your projects for your risks, for your dependencies, and then also going into a little bit of management of digital transformation and AI technologies. So you get that end-to-end view. And then as you get into larger components, our newer courses, which will get launched pretty soon, will enable you to go further deeper into handling more complex engagements.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of things that you are covering in this whole project management. And I am sure it will be of such a great benefit to the different sets of people. I think when we were talking about it a couple of weeks back, we also felt like in order for the adoption to be bit more gradual and give the students a lot more time to embrace it, we'll break it up into a very nice set of course modules, starting with depending on the class size and the class level, will break it up so the concepts will be covered in one area and then the domain side in another module, and so on and so forth. So it's very well structured, and you can embrace all the adoption of these course materials. No, this is fantastic. I'm so glad you are actually stepping in to take this up, and with your huge number of years of experience, though you still look very young.
Thank you.
That it will be a wonderful experience for everyone wanting to take that, from both the aspects of the audience, either aspirational project managers or mature project managers, and in between also. Why don't we switch gears for a minute? um, the other set of courses, right, about the AI implementation based. So, can you first give a little synopsis of the type of content that will be covered in the AI based implementation?
So, initial course on AI is more about how the AI tools and technologies are becoming available for doing project management more seamlessly, and utilize them for building your project management dashboards, your project management what do you call the whole resource plan, and the dependencies and all, using these tools and technologies. There are so many tools that are coming up. We're going to cover some of those tools and how they will enable you to do your project management with AI as part of your, it will actually be pretty much centric to how you deliver your project, right? So it will tell you how you can use the technologies to build your dashboards much more intelligently, in much more real time, actually.
Okay.
So like, you have very standard way of doing stuff is doing a weekly meetings, right, with your stakeholders, and then you do a monthly steering comp, right? That's pretty standard. But with these AI enabled technologies, it's all real time. Your stakeholders, your management, they can go in and view stuff much more proactively without having to wait for these meetings to happen. This will enable you to highlight your risks and your management engagement much earlier than when they actually become a red flag, right? So many times we have seen in steering course, things become red flag, and then you are kind of, backpedaling to fix it. You'll overcome those challenges much earlier in the game. Also, your whole resource planning and, this multi-vendor teams, multi-location teams, they can be built in so much better with these tools because the dependencies are taken care of. Task dependencies are taken care of by the tools, and you're not actually manually going and fixing those things.
Yeah, so one of the very important aspects you highlighted is live updates, because transformations, when they are taken up, there are multiple stakeholders, and at different levels, different stakeholders have accountability for the transformation. So being able to effectively set that dashboard up and to enable everyone to have a view. The second most important thing you mentioned is also about the aspect of maybe how to declutter the complexity. I'm just translating it in my own words. So, when you are doing the resource planning overall, um, can you tell us, our audience, a little bit more on, in the course module, what kind of material will be taught, so any one of the people who becomes part of this program in terms of doing the transformation in an enterprise, and they're taking the course, what will they take away to apply into their environment?
Yeah. So one of the initial courses, in fact, that we are launching is on managing the dependencies. So there are like internal, external dependencies. There are so many types of dependencies. We are going to cover that. Then we are going to do some examples of how they can actually do it themselves when they're out of this class. And we will also bring in some case studies to give them examples of projects. Of course, all the data is masked there, but it will give them a very good understanding of how this has been done in the real world. So, like I said, every course, no matter what is the course content going to be, it will include examples and it will include case studies to give them a hands on experience of how things are being done and how they can take it back to their job to implement it actually.
I see. Yeah, I would love that. I think I remember from my experience when I was running for a large MNC, a huge transformation program, and that had almost failed prior to us setting it up in the way you are describing a couple of times. And we set it up through some of these things conceptually. We were able to go in there not with a probability of, hey, it's going to be successful or it will fail, but a much more guaranteed probability that there is no failure. We are going to be successful.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm extremely excited to hear about registrations, for these two courses, project management, AI implementation, and I'm assuming these have been broken up into various modules like we were talking about. But if anyone is interested, how do we register? Is this online on our website, and people can just go in there and click, and they have to enter the information?
Yes. So these courses are live on our website, www.stralyn.com. You can navigate to Stralynn Digital Academy, and from there you can go down to exploring the courses, and you can click on any of the courses that you would like to register. It's a very simple one-click process. You click on register, and you have to just enter your details, and then the
Yeah.
registration is completed. So very straightforward,
Yeah.
simple, and already live.
Excellent. So I'm so excited, and the whole registration process, you can just go to www, just to repeat, .stralyn, stralynn.com, and navigate to Stralynn Digital Academy, and you'll be with us. My last question is, in terms of uh, education, and there is pricing associated with it. It's value for money, I can understand, but are you giving any kind of quick promotions for our early registrants?
Yes, absolutely. The promotions are on right now. There are very significant discounts, right from 50% to 30%. So the sooner you register, the larger discount you get. Slots are filling up fast. So I would request all to come in and register as soon as they can.
Excellent. I think this is great news because I have so many people who I have worked with in the past who were always inquiring with me that when are we going to have the Stralin Digital Academy? And I was just waiting for the right leader in Archana to really take this up and launch this academy. It has been quite a strenuous effort to make sure everything is getting organized, and we have a long way to go for that, but at least we are there in this leadership. We have our CEO, and I'm looking forward to all of you to come in at the Stralin website registration page. And please join us and also take some of the initial courses, share your feedback, and we can learn and improve further to meet your needs much more effectively. It's been wonderful talking to you, Archana. And I love this wonderful sunny environment where both of us
Absolutely.
could
It's
sit in the
beautiful.
open and have a good chat here in California.
Yes, thank you, Alpna, for having me again. And it was a pleasure to talk more about our Stralynn Digital Academy.
All right, take care.